How's it, guys? Welcome to ChatBox. Hope you guys are doing well. Joining me tonight, every time, as always, my boy, Kaylan Pace. How are you, brother?
What's up? Good on you, dog. Great to be back. I feel like we had to not load shed but a week, but lost a week. So it's sad, but I'm glad to be back. Glad to be back on stream, man.
Sorry to all the viewers about that, but our producer had some power outages and stuff like that. Power outages. I just sounded like an Indian here. Power outages. So sorry for that, guys. Yeah, so we're back. We apologize for the things that we're going to skip for last week. We lost the data for that. That is my mistake. I apologize. But Floris de Jager, John de Jager, TSM JDJ, well done on your good time trials for last week, man. Absolutely phenomenal. Beauty. And also Donkey for finishing in the top 10 EMEA for Daily Race A. Congratulations to you, my boy. Beating Igor Fraga and Alzador Tijni. Kaboom!
Man, stay on the map.
That's some sick times. But Kaylan, anything that you want to recall for last week just as a review for the people?
Yeah, no, last week I think it was a bit of a whirlwind. I don't know if it was the Saturday before last week Monday scheduled chatbox that literally all the SA drivers were getting podiums. That was just like a proud moment, I think, for a lot of us in SA and for the GTSSA team as well. So I think that definitely well done to everybody.
Well done to the guys. So people just skipping last week, coming back to this week, I just want to say congratulations to everybody who's doing so phenomenal in their fire races from our from our E-rated DRs. Last week's results. Okay, sorry, I just noticed we have last week's results for FIA. And Daily A, there's cool. Last week's results. And my friends list, guys, so there we go. As you can see, Sunburn Donkey Donks with his 58.56, which was the top 10 EMEA. TSM JDJ with his TD Cup, 50.977. Beautiful nice, on boys. That car as well, guys. And then Pinnacle 74. That's Flores de Jager. It's TSM JDJ's dad. And then we've got our very own producer, Mr. Ruan van der Walt, AM Racing on 4th, my boy. Well done to you, brother. In the background, I can hear you chanting your name.
He's probably sipping his whiskey right now.
Definitely probably sipping his whiskey. And then Skitty, which is our lap guide test driver, our own Stig, if you can call it that. In 5th place with Cartes 6, DeanoCantino in 7th. Salute. Yep. Eleanor Tachion, Tintin Quarantino. JayDoublOR, Mr. Goniwe, who's actually on the chat, and he's going to be interviewed tonight, so you can just hoy a shout out there, JDub.
Oh yeah. Hello.
Hi guys. Okay, so this is JDub. We're gonna be having an interview with him later. Nice to see you in the top 10 there as well, my brad. And then Sysbog, Stephen Berry, number 12 with the 51.261. Wonderful, guys. And then Shivan, good on you, my bro. Glad to see you back on track.
See him back, yeah.
Hey,
I feel sorry for the guys. I'm so far sorry for Pinnacle and Ruan with their 51. 0 something.
Almost the barrier.
Just right there. I need that sub 51, but shame, man.
Definitely. 115 and 005. Okay, so this is the top 10, 58.45. So they were just 0.3 seconds away from the fastest 10 in the EMEA region. That is definitely something to look at. Well done to you guys. Well done, everybody,
man. Cool. Daily Race B.
Can hoy this one, Mr. Pacey.
So, Daily Race B, we got our man again, top of the timesheets in SA, Mr. Sunburn Donkey.
Donkey Donks.
He's GTR, GT3. He did the lap around. This is, if I'm not mistaken, this was Spa, right? He did a 2:18.0. Again, just a little bit for 2:17. Damn. Mr. I don't know how you say this name, but Leias.
It's Michael, yeah, it's Michael backwards.
Oh, well. There you go, Michael backwards.
I only realized last week. I don't want to sound like a smartass. He also only told me last week.
I think everyone, they were today years old when they realized that. That's a GR Super Racing concept with the 2:18.2, so he was the fastest of the Supras. We got SkiteeOne in the fastest of the Hurricanes in a 2:18.4. Ghost Killer in fifth there with his Hurricane, also literally right behind SkiteeOne, so big ups Ghost Killer.
Beauty.
Myself in the new car, the Mazda RX Vision GT3 Concept, 218490. Guys, that car is amazing. You need to drive it. It sounds like a Formula One car. It's so great. I want one in real
So
life.
so great.
Then next we got iCarbon ZA with these VGT Volkswagen. We got Richard Fourie with his Yeetle. My boy Eleanor Tachion with his Yeetle. And then 3 RX-7 GTs, the new ones by S&P Pro, Bob Blixham, and Car T's. Big shout outs to you guys. And then Henny Bez with his GTR 289. And then rounding off our list, and I don't know why he's so low. What's going on there?
He didn't push that daily, eh? I think he only put in about 10 or 15 laps.
10 or 15 laps or minutes? Nonetheless,
Probably minutes.
WRX GR3 with
also
the
new to the wheel.
Yeah, big ups, guys. Well done. In terms of the region itself,
Obviously,
we
look
were
who's on
about
top.
1.5 seconds, 2 seconds ahead, well, behind the guys. Nonetheless, I mean, it is a challenging track, a long track, so a lot of time to make up.
PR1 Fire
P1
topping that list again.
PR1 Fire topping the list again. You can never get rid of the suck, so...
Sorry,
Well up,
just to
guys,
quickly
well
jump in there as well. With the daily AOB for this week, all of the second all the way to 10 is RCZs. PR1 is on top with a Corvette. How?
How, sorry? How?
I mean,
No, I don't know.
another track 2 weeks ago as well. 9 cars, front wheel drive cars. He comes in with the Datsun, number 1. All other 9 front wheel drive cars. How?
It's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Anyway,
I wish we could understand that, man.
you can run us through the FIA standings for the manufacturers, my brother. Seeing that you are topping the list close to Western Cape.
Yeah, boys. So, manufacturers, it is heating up. I think we're obviously waiting for the next 10 rounds to understand what car choices will be good. I think we have to kind of stick with what we have already. But yeah, really excited to see what the next round of tracks are. Nonetheless, our boy Not Stinky, he is in first place. Well done
there,
to
please, Pacey.
him. Yeah, go for
If
it.
you don't mind. We already chose our cars for the next 30 rounds, brother.
Oh, okay, cool. Well,
There's
nonetheless,
20
Not
rounds left, yeah. We chose last week or this week.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, news to me. Anyway, guess I'm in the Citroen for another 20 rounds. Anyway,
Milk
Not
it.
Stinky, our boy in his Subaru, first place, 814 points. Definitely representing in what I would assume is the second tier or third tier lobbies. So, guys, that man is on a mission, and he's just got his wheel now. So, I don't know what to expect. I feel like this guy's gonna go even quicker in the next few races. So look out for him. Myself, I'm in my Citroen in second place, 746 points. Few bad rounds, but nonetheless still up there, guys. Slayer, top of Toyotas with 663 points, if I'm not mistaken. Then Dino, the best of the rest with the Datsun. Well done, brother.
Highest A driver.
I think you on 611 points, correct?
Yes.
Awesome stuff, brother, and well done to you. Then, as they call themselves, DMR, or the Datsun boys, JDub, GTP, and AM Racing, all representing for SA in terms of the manufacturers series. SkiteeOne with his Merc, awesome stuff by him, 504 points. MEFC Monty, another one of the Datsun boys with 504 points, tied with Skitty there. Sprinkler, oh my goodness, with his Ford,
My
great
man.
stuff, brother. 502 points. He's done literally every round from what I can see. So big ups to you, brother. A rating as well. Let's get you to that A plus, guys. GTRSA
Yes,
again.
Shoaib also.
Datsun boys, 501. Awesome stuff, brother.
The Datsuns.
Damn, guys. Mr. Psycho Sheep, who we had on the show not too long ago, 493 points in the Toyota. And then our boy Cartes, who we should actually be expecting to be a lot higher up. But because of his DR, obviously he's been racing against a lot of the harder guys. So a very, very well fought 487 points on his end.
Well,
yeah, guys.
good second. Eh? Pace, what do you think about that standing? Some new names that we're seeing there.
Some new names, some old names. Great to see that a lot of SA guys are obviously on your list currently. The only bogey there that I can see is SDL McGee, but nonetheless, I mean, guys are definitely stepping up to the plate, and I think the only thing we need to see now is instead of all these ASs is A plus S. So let's keep it
Oh,
going,
that's
guys.
awesome. With the SDL McGee thing, I wanted to get those guys as benchmarks because none of you fast oaks used to do the FIA as quick, so I might as well just. But look at the nations, you'll see he's performing quite well. He's in the top 50 for EMEA at the moment. So, yeah, I wanted to get them, but now you guys are setting new benchmarks for me, so I am coming for you.
I guess that's why you sitting in front of a wheel now too, hey Dino?
Woohoo! Have a look at this, guys. Check this out, check this
Awesome.
out. Yes, please.
Nice one, brother. Awesome stuff. Cool, so FIA Nations standings, guys. So, as you can see on Dino's side, SDL McGee again top. You said he's top 50, right? Correct? Yes?
Yes, top 50.
Top 50, okay. And then we got our boy Sunburn Donkey, not too far behind, and literally lighting up the Nations Cup with his races. Look out for him, guys. Catch his streams if you can. Currently on 679 points. Then one of the guys I raced with in Manufacturers Prima Tiger Hayes, he's on 596, also a really good driver. Few other foreigners, and our second place guy, Mr. LNR Bar Blixen for SA with 564 points. Mikhailo 5 with 558, so those guys are definitely battling it out, as well as Serious Sam, 514 points. Then we got Sprinkler again, man, this guy's
Bloody
everywhere.
hell.
And he's done all the nations races as well, it's crazy.
Most of them are arrive and drive
443
also.
points. It's crazy. Guys, follow Sprinkler if you can as well. Jesse Swats on YouTube, 443 points. Eleanor Psycho Sheep as well, big ups, man, 434 points. And then, I'm going to skip the other foreigners. Yasteel 27, another new name, welcome brother, 410 points. And then Henny Bears again with 403 points. So big ups to the SA guys. I'm quite shocked with some of the names that are appearing here. I would expect some of the other guys in Pool 1 to be featuring, but nonetheless, guys, keep it up. Keep participating in the FIA like GTSSA wants us to.
Beauty. I know that one of the two guys that's in the Pool 1 at the moment, like TSM, JDJ, etc., they never used to do FIA, so their DR is still very, very, very low. Even though they're winning their lobbies by 10, 20, 30 seconds, they may be getting 70 or 80 points a win, so I've definitely told them to start milking it. To ensure that they can get up there.
100%. So I'm really actually proud that the guys are taking part, and I think it's starting to filter out into all the other communities as well. So I'm seeing a lot more SA guys taking part. I mean, today I got a few messages from SA guys that never seen on GTSA chat boxes, but in races. So awesome stuff. Let's keep it up, guys.
I also saw that on your Facebook, a lot of other guys are also foreigners, etc., are contacting you regarding that, asking to be on the WhatsApp group. So well done on that. Yeah, for you guys that don't know, I don't stalk his Facebook. We both manage each other's Facebook pages, just because we know we both get busy sometimes. So he's getting a lot of fan mail, etc. So that's always beautiful to see. So yeah. Good up on that, and remember to follow him as well, please. KLM Pace on YouTube, at Pace KLM on Twitter, and Instagram is at too many ads, bro. That's the one.
KLM Pace as well, yeah.
And then on Facebook, KLM Pace GTSPORT. Push it up there.
Subscribe, guys. Subscribe to Dino's channel as well. Come on.
Like, subscribe. Okay, guys. So what we're going to be doing next is the FIA. I apologize, we're going to be doing the lap guide for Nations, which is done by Skittles. Skitty, how are you? Are you ready for the GR1 in Spa-Francorchamps?
Good evening, guys. Yeah, good to be back again.
Well, nice to have you. Nice to have you.
I can't imagine what this car must be like on Spa. Oh.
I'm also going to just drop the ball here for everyone. Skitty just jumped on about 2 hours ago to start doing his laps.
It's enough time.
However, it takes him 5 laps to do top 10 times, so that's perfect. So yeah, this is going to be for the Nations Cup this upcoming Saturday. He's going to do an out lap with you guys, and then he's going to do a hot lap after that. So the out lap is going to have all the commentary and information for you. Please take note, and then after that, his fast lap will be a no commentary, just driving. Please take note, and he is going to tell you everything which his BB is on, as well as how to use the curse or that hybrid system, and then yeah, that stuff.
Let's go.
Let's go. thank you, Skittles. You can take it over.
Alright, great. Okay, so this race mandatory stops, so you have to use all 3 compounds of tires for this one again. Fuel rate is at 2, tire wear at 5, so pretty high. Oh, okay, so let's go. So a couple of different cars that you can use. So far the Audi looks like it's the most popular choice. On that pace it definitely is the quicker of the cars. It is more difficult to manage the hybrid in this one. It does deplete a lot quicker than say with the Porsche, but the Porsche is slower on that time.
Okay.
So, Skitty, if you don't mind, when you're running through, just explain to the guys what your PB is, and then also, if you don't mind, if you can just explain to them how you would like to recoup the hybrid in the...
So especially with the Audi, it regenerates under braking and also under coast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the more you can coast into your braking zones and that kind of thing, it will help with the regeneration of the hybrid.
Okay, and just for the guys who are not sure what coasting is, if you can just elaborate for them.
Yeah, so just like 10 or so meters before your braking zone, you get off the throttle.
Basically just free.
Yeah,
in South African slang, just free.
Zone, and when you get into the braking zone, it's already started regenerating before that.
Okay.
I am on BB to -1, so it is 1 to the rear. Oh, sorry, +1, so it's 1 to the rear. Which also helps with the regeneration of the hybrid energy.
Okay.
Okay, guys, so 1 to the rear, BB. Try and 10 meters before your braking points, try to just release your throttle to free that 10 meters, start regenerating, brake and build up your hybrid. The hybrid makes your car go much faster, especially when activated, gives you much more power, etc. So this is definitely important. So Skittles is going to run us through, he's going to spin the braking points, and this is a very intentional or very detailed one, especially with the type of car that we are using, so it might be a slightly longer lap guide. But yeah, please listen and then intently as well. If you have any questions afterwards, just pop myself or paste a message, and I'm sure we can revert some of the questions to Skitty, and he'll be more than happy to answer that for you. Okay, just don't take notes on his reversing at the moment, please. That is going to be null and void. You may look behind you, bro. He's reversing on instinct. He knows the track so well.
I feel like he's driving with his eyes closed also. He can just do it. So the GR1 car class, this is going to be fun. I really hate having to manage the hybrid, and I think I'm going to find it interesting watching some of the guys' streams this week in terms of this race.
Okay, so we're going to start our lap. So you're at the bus stop here.
Yep.
The pit is not the lap guide friend, eh?
Nope.
Okay, so when you start our lap, we're going to hug this inside curb, straighten the car up nicely, hug this left hand curb as well. In these hybrid cars, it's very important that you straighten the car up first before you get on the power, because the front end is just going to pull it like a front wheel drive.
Okay.
So while you're pointing, the car's going to want to go that way. We brake at the 100 meter board. Roll the car into this, not too much over this curb in the middle here, otherwise it unsettles the car on the exit. You want it to stay also to the middle there when you get on the power, so it gives you room to run the car out onto the left. And as you build your speed coming down here, move the car over to the right hand side, just let you open up the entry into Eau Rouge. Just after a 50 meter you can come over, you can cut this curb a lot here, just to open the entry into the second half of the corner. You can ride that and then you just straighten the wheel so that you have a nice open run down the straight.
With these cars, are you able to go up flat down up that corner?
Blue Eau Rouge, it is flat. I know in these more recent generation of GR1 cars, because they generate a lot more horsepower, or downforce. There it's easily flat with them. I'm not sure about some of the older group ones. But yeah, with these, like the Porsche 919, this Audi, and the TS50. Those are easily flat through Eau Rouge.
Okay, cool. So flat through those. And Eau Rouge is the section of corners just after that hip. And the lefty, righty, lefty is called Eau Rouge. Take it from the people who know.
Okay, so
Only the left is the Rouge, the right and the next left is Radion, actually.
yeah.
I sit corrected in my new rig.
Cool.
Where we have stopped
Right,
the car
anyway, let
now.
me not interrupt you again. Sorry, bud.
Yeah, where we have stopped the car now is I'll start my braking for this corner, yeah?
Yep.
You can run the car all the way onto the edge of the track, yeah, it's fine. Then brake. I'd come down to third gear on entry, yeah? Just run this curve a little bit, don't go too far over. Drop it down to second gear as we get here, and then back into third. You don't want to run the car too wide on the exit of that second apex. Keep the car to the left here, so that you open the line for this corner here. Again, you want to be tight on this curve, and then run out onto the left hand curve here. Again, yeah, we'll start our braking at the start of that curve there, and feed the car into the tight line on this curve here. Again, not running too much curve. Accelerate briefly. Yeah, I'll keep the same gear, I'll be in third there. And just run the car through. You run quite a bit of that curve on the right hand side. Just don't take too much, otherwise you lose your speed coming down here. I'll get up to fifth gear. I'll brake just after 50. A little bit patient on the throttle through the first piece, but once you line the car up, you can get flat on the throttle again through this whole section here. Again, don't close the steering too much. You don't want to cause too much scrub and take away the speed. For this corner here, we'll brake at the start of this curve over here. So just after the
before
shadow
the 50.
for the little sign there. So I'll start my braking. That will be from fifth gear now. I'll drop it down into third and take a tight line through. You can run on this curve as well. Again, patient on the throttle. Open your entry so that you don't have to turn the steering wheel too much through here. Yeah, again, you can get fully on the throttle in time. Then drop down to second gear for this one. Tight through here and accelerate on the way out. It's, in this car it's flat through this section over here, so you're basically going to be flat from that right hander all the way down to the bus stop. Again, from here you want to keep a tight line, but again not closing the steering too much that you cause too much scrub and take away speed. Going to be tight here, run it out onto the curve a little bit, again not too much there because you will get a penalty. Here I'll brake at the 150. And be in first gear at entry here before you start our lap again.
Okay.
Awesome stuff.
So also when you watch the lap now with me, you'll see that I'll, especially out of the more low speed corners, I'll change up into second gear a lot earlier than you would normally with some other cars. You can really take advantage of the huge torque available from the hybrid systems on these cars.
Okay, beauty. Take it away, Mr. Skitty. Guys, he's going to do a fast lap now. Pace, I'm sure that you'll also be most probably doing this race. I'm not too sure.
If I really have to use a hybrid car, I might not. But if I can use one of those old school ones or the VGTs, then more than happy to do that.
Okay, take us to Skittles. Thank you.
So let's just exited the bus stop, starting the lap. I think one of the interesting things that we'll find for this race in particular is what cars the guys will choose for this race. And I mean, as Kitty had mentioned with us, that the Audi is the more popular choice. I'm assuming, and I'm seeing it in chat as well, that some guys are saying the Audi is popular for one lap pace, but the Toyota GR1 cars, they're more popular. They should be more popular for the actual race for FIA nations, as they're a bit more balanced in terms of their tire wear and how they use their hybrid. I'm loving these lines though.
This MP3 Pro is just keeping us back a bit.
Yeah. Might just see Skitty's overtaking ability. Guys, take notes.
Take
If you're in a
notes.
race with Skitty. Blocking at the 50 there. Ooh, a little bit wide. Spinning.
No, it's fine, guys. It's just dirty by SMP3 Pro. You guys should actually just next time make the limit of the lobby 2 and then write lap guide don't enter.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's perfectly fine.
Nonetheless.
What perhaps, if you don't mind, Skitty, if you can just save a replay of your fastest lap on the time trial, perhaps.
I have done that.
Okay, and if you can just share that replay and use ChatBox as the actual replay name, the tag
We'll do that.
with the name, and then the guys can just download it and we can just give the information for them so they can actually see it and then be able to load your ghost.
Yeah, no problem. Because yeah, my quickest lap so far is 1:55.6.
Okay.
Awesome.
1:55.6, and that's slightly out of the top 10 guys, probably about 1 or 2 seconds, which
About
is
a second, yeah.
about a second, which is super fast. It's within 5% of the time, so that is crazy fast. 1:55.6 is Skitty's lap time, so he is going to, yeah, we're back on visual here, Paste. Nice little yawn there, almost so you swallowed your
Sorry.
mic. It's
I'm
a
looking for
fuck.
Interlagos lobby.
So guys, yeah, Skitty is going to give his hot lap. Replay is going to save it as hashtag chatbox. I'm sure he's going to be doing that in the next couple of minutes, which will be awesome. You guys can just go and save the replay, and then you are able to go to the time trial practice ranking where you go to the manufacturer or the nation's race. You go to your practicing and then, or your qualifying. Go in and then you load Ghost that you have saved, and you can load Skitty's Ghost and race against him and see how he does his gears, etc. to get within 1 second from the top 10 people in the EMEA region. So Skitty, yes.
So guys, keep in mind that, like you did see there, when you're running close behind another car with these, you do lose a lot of downforce. So the front end does push out. So just be careful of that with these cars when you do race on
100%.
Saturday.
You guys, so
100%.
that's the note. Pace, if you just want to run that note through to everyone.
So I think a few top tips from Skitty there. Firstly, if you are running behind someone, you lose a lot of downforce. Secondly, it's going to be key to manage hybrid in the race. And then if you are in a slow speed corner as well on exit, just be careful what direction you're pointing. So if you're not straight to where it is you want the car to go, and you just floor the accelerator, that car is going to go as straight as it is in that moment. So try and make sure you're pointing in the best straight direction as you need to be. Keep going forward.
Alright guys, so that's top tips from two of our best guys. Also number 1 and number 2 in GTSSA last season by a little amount of points. So thank you a lot, Skitty, as always, every week giving us your best and your times, etc. Do appreciate it, my brother. I'll probably see you next week same time.
I do appreciate you guys wanting to help out.
100%, bro.
100%. Lots of love from us and the viewers. Thanks a lot, my brother.
Cool, man.
Catch Skitty shortly, 11 o'clock. Team NA versus
Yes,
Team SA,
also,
guys.
please punt that quickly, Pace.
Yes, guys, 11 o'clock on the same channel. Please do catch us up for the FIA warm-up series.
Damn,
with
our producer's
Team North
fast.
America and Team South Africa. We are doing Interlagos in the GR3, which is the Manufacturer Cup warm-up race. So look out for that, guys. It's going to be really, really fun. Myself, Skitty, Bob Lixum, Sunburn Donkey, and Stinky for the last round, guys. Let's come join us.
Yes, guys, please make sure that you come join. It is 1-all tie at the moment. This is going to be the sudden death race as well, I believe. But I am maybe organizing another series running around through.
Oh, goodness. Oh,
So it is it is helping everyone. It's being used, and whether it'll be a practice race by yourselves or a practice race against you guys who've made friends with each other, it is definitely helping. And I mean, you guys have been owning your A+ lobbies even. I mean, you jumped from 51,000 to 54 to 56 to 57, averaging 250 points a race. That one you were robbed over
Fun
280
times.
points. You got 240. I know you were robbed. That bloody Viper. I'll never forget it. And Tokyo.
I was so upset, but yeah, looking forward to More racing.
Yeah,
More
guys.
racing, guys.
So 11 o'clock tonight, make sure to tune in to this channel again. We'll send you the link after the Chatbox channel. Ruan from our side again, lots of love, bro. Always on top of things, always helping us. And he's saying thank you in the background just for you guys. I know you're not, but you are.
100%.
Okay, so our man is going to be in the house. Pace is actually having one of his EKZ boykies joining us this evening for a decent interview.
Actually,
And yeah,
this
so
guy.
this is Pace's baby, my brother. Enjoy.
100%. So, my man, Mr. JayDoublOR. I'm so happy to be interviewing this guy because he's literally one of the coolest looks around. Whenever you catch him in the chat, party chat, he's literally the one guy that whenever you hear him talking to himself while you're racing, it's like, yeah, my man.
My
Don't
man.
expose me now.
But nonetheless, JDub, thanks for joining us, brother. I'm really happy to interview you, and I think, yeah, just for the viewers, let them know who you are, where they can find you, and how well you've been racing, Brad. Because you've been putting in some great laps and great
Hey,
races.
I
You
try.
try.
So, Goniwe is the name. JayDoublOR is more like simplified. People struggle to pronounce Goniwe, you know. And yeah, just enjoying life, being drafted into EKZ, and you can catch me on Instagram. I'm gonna start streaming soon, so Instagram it'll be Goniwe. What is it? Dash
Yep.
JayDoublOR, and yeah, on
Representing.
Facebook I'm gonna use my real name, and yeah, streaming. I'll see maybe like let me just sort my hectic schedule out, you know, uncle slash daddy duties. Let me sort that out and then get started. But yeah,
It's crazy that with all you've got going on is that you also have time for racing. And in terms of the racing, but how have you been finding GTSSA Season 2 so far?
quite interesting, eh? Like, one thing is that I've always had like a fear for FIA. Like, it was always like, okay, who's dive bombing me today? Spanish? Is it Italian? Is it this guy? And then as soon as I just got into it, it's like, okay, the motive is just good results. Sometimes you end up with a win. I mean, the last week I actually enjoyed where was it Lasate and Dragon Trail where I got podiums and I got a win, and I'm like,
My man.
hey, and 6 months later I got my first FIA win.
Yeah, I think
Woohoo.
everyone really gets really happy when they get their first FIA win. I mean, I think they saw it on my stream as well, but nonetheless,
Yeah,
GTSA.
Mhm.
I remember that.
Yep. But nonetheless, Goniwe, GTSSA Season 2, I think it's been going quite well for yourself. You're currently in Pool 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But in terms of the season as it's been going on, who's been your biggest rival?
Mm.
I think you've got quite a few, eh?
Quite a few. I mean, I was gonna say Dino, but he's hiding in Pool 1, so.
By hook or by crook, I'm still there, my boy. By hook or by crook. Must be my pitching. Must be my pitching.
Well, I mean, obviously I can't say him. I mean, that would be like friendly fire. So,
Yeah.
sure.
So every else you're gonna notice now is not friendly fire, so they're not friends. Choose your words wisely.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay, it's like that. Okay, so I'd probably say actually Sprinkler. I mean, how he moves that forward. I mean,
Yeah.
and he stops.
Yeah.
And obviously with Werner, because I mean he's in the Porsche, and I mean Porsche is always the OP car. So far, yeah, they've just been beating me. But you know, yeah, those are my current rivals for the time being.
Awesome stuff. No, I think all big names, and I mean, we are seeing them on the FIA leaderboards and the daily races as well. So I can commend that, and it's good that you actually are taking part So thanks for that as well, Brad. One other question from my side, and it's actually kind of a bone that I have to pick with you, but correct me
This
if
I
I'm
need to
wrong.
hear.
Correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Other than EKZ, right, which you are a part of for the LNR season, I know you also race for Crazy Eights. You're racing
Yep.
for Team Datsun, otherwise DMR. You race
No, it's not
for...
the same. It's not the same.
It's not the same. Okay,
No,
well,
it's not
Team
the same.
Datsun. What's the other like communities or like teams you're racing for? Because it just seems like you've got an endless resume in terms of that. But
I mean, it's just like me putting my hands almost everywhere. I mean, PC2, it's just like I just got the game, let me just try it out, and then other
yeah,
than Crazy 8, of course, there's FIA, then there's LNR, and then there's PC2. And now
sure.
recently I've joined Dirt Rally, and yeah,
Oh goodness.
already Armani's got his eyes on me, so it's like, okay, I now need to do something special on this game. So,
Guys, let's check if we can get the YouTube comments up. I'm sorry to jump in here. But Joshua, our GTSSA admin, has got a question or a thing for you. He says, Goniwe, let's race in
Yes.
Fuji GR2. What do you have to say about that?
I remember that one. We can race. I'll give him a 2-minute head start. That's fine.
Wow.
But then again, if we had to do that race, I'll have to ban him from using the GTR because, yeah, he
Okay.
does magic in that thing.
And then there's
Okay,
another one
cool.
from him also, just 2 lines
This is
down.
my
Facing.
next. Yeah, this is my next question actually to Goniwe, which is in GTSSA community and some LNR pools, he's known as Mr. Sandbags himself. So can you explain what sandbagging is to the community or the chat? And secondly, why have people given you this title?
To be honest, I don't have like a set answer for this. And it's like I've always told everyone, like, as soon as, like, I'm one person where I would say like I'm 60% arrive and drive, 40% practice. Like, if I'm practicing, just know
You're
I'm
going to be on
gonna shine.
fire.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be on fire. So, it started, I think it was on my second season when I joined. And I don't know, it was just like a thing of I'd come in the lobby and I just spend all the time just struggling, and then come qualifying, boom. Like even there was a time when we did Maggio Gear 4,
Yeah.
and there was a time where I just took the Bugatti, it was qualifying, and I ended up on pole. Even Shaun was like,
But how?
It's just like, how? Because I remember I just did 1 lap on that car, and I ended up on pole. Anyway, I
Yeah,
ended up
no.
only being there, so it was just one of those things. And then I just developed the habit of just doing runs on harder tires, not pushing too much on laps I do. Then
Yeah.
come qualifying, party
Clap
mode,
it. Nice.
party mode, you know. So,
So-
that's how the sandbagging came about. But
I think if, to sum it all up, then you like to like play around when it comes to practice, but then when it comes to official things like the quali or the race, that's when obviously you just switch on and then you go into
yeah,
party mode, as you said.
I know someone else
Yeah,
like that
I mean-
as well, aka Ruan.
Can imagine so. Cool, Jay. So
Sunsuck.
other
That's the new Afrikaans word, guys. So people say sandbag and even he says sunsuck.
Sunsuck. Cool. So Jay, another 2 questions for you, bud, which I think is quite a thing for you. First thing is obviously you one of the first people that I knew that went from controller to a wheel, right?
Yep.
Firstly, how long did it take you to make that transition in terms of getting up to speed on the wheel, as well as do you find it better now that you're racing on a wheel, or would you still want to race on a controller if it had the same feeling or the same tire wear or whatever it is, like as you would on the wheel?
Okay, so when I got this wheel, I had struggled to like get like a suitable place to put it. So it's just like touch it once in a weekend, here and there, and then put it back in a box. And it still looks,
Yep.
I mean, compared to what it looked in February it just looked brand new because I only touch it like once a week. And then ever
Yeah.
since March, I'm sure Shaun is watching on YouTube here. I'm sure
He's
he's on
yep.
the screen.
He's
So,
in the comments.
so once he helped me secure a rig, yo, I just
Shout out Shaheen.
Shout out
I just
Shaheen.
became like, I would say maybe like 2-3 times better. Like consistency grew like massively. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
still the occasions here and there, but yeah. But apart from him, there's been like JJ who helped me like get the force feedback and all that. And then
Hmm.
for some reason, like as I was on IG, there was some like other guys like TRL, Limitless,
Yeah.
MNT, like guys from MNT, and I'm just like, you know what, let me ask him a couple questions and then
Oh.
spoke to some of them and then I was just conflicted. I was like, okay, I'm a fast guy on controller and I'm like extremely slow on wheel. So how do I
Yeah.
manage that? And then Limitless came with the answer of just try to run both concurrently. It's like, but then have a 60-40 split where you spend more time on wheel than controller. Because then
Aha.
once I implemented that around April, like I improved my tire wear controller, and I found like another second and
Taiwe.
third.
Yeah.
You see, yeah, eh? We don't lose
So
tire wear in time trial,
So, for
like
those of you guys that don't know, Jay's comment or talking about a guy by the name of TRL Limitless. I also know of him. He was a very avid, or still probably is a very avid F1 driver from the esports side of things.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been on controller for years. Years. And I think he only obviously recently made the switch when he joined TRL and Veloce as well. So, no, it's quite interesting that you actually reached out to guys of that nature and kind of obviously improved yourself in terms of what their feedback was. So I think one thing that guys should take away from that is if you're unsure with your wheel, I mean, everybody will be, do ask those guys that have had a wheel similar to yours, see what settings they might be running, and then obviously adjust to what you feel is a lot better. And then,
Yeah,
cool. So thanks for that, Jay. Last thing
yeah.
I want to ask, and I think it's one thing that the GTSA community doesn't really know much about you, is that in LNR you actually are our editor, or you do
Uh,
weekly news reports on the races that take place in LNR, particularly the ones that you are obviously involved in, called
yeah.
JDub's editorial. So
The double
can
O
you
with
Yep,
editorial.
Double O's editorial. So if you don't mind, you'll see it all on his cars and a few of the LNR guys' cars. Can you just explain what that is to the GTSA community and where they can obviously get hold of these reports?
So basically the editorial, well, let's just say it came to light like this year, but how it all started, it started when I joined LNR, was it season
Yep,
4 last year?
yep,
And then as soon as like I was browsing through the channel, I saw there was a tab called race reports, and then I was just looking at everyone was like commenting about their race, and I was just like, okay, mine was interesting and whatnot, this and that. And then when I won my first race, I was flexing like everyone must know about it.
yeah,
And then as soon as I think the following race came up, and then Bob Buxom, came with a nice report, and I'm just like, oh, I'm not the only one. And then it was just like a tug of war until what is the last race we had? Until like, we got to Spa, and then mine was just tops, and he was just like, whew, I can't compare. And then
yeah,
from there, I was just like running the show from there. And how I transitioned it into a blog, I think it was the help of Filthy, because he was just, I think
yeah.
I've started a blog, this and that. And I'm just like, nah, I haven't thought of it. So I just woke up and I was like, okay, blogs. open
Yeah.
the WordPress, and as soon as I just got a customer, I was like, all right, it's time to get started, and just like that. But when it comes to writing the reports, it's more like how should I say, things that spur of the moment, like anything that happens in the race, I already know what I'm gonna say on the report. Like it's just like a quickness. So,
Yeah.
and also when it comes to the track side, hence I think was it OJ who gave me the name, our local trade caveats, and I was like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
that guy. You know?
Goniwe, sorry to jump in here, my brother.
Mhm.
I've got about 2 questions from some of your Team Datsun fellow mates. Vashino is asking, why are you so slow with the GTR? And in Team Datsun, why are you not in the top 3 points with us? Short one. Keep it short.
Maybe I'm still sandbagging, you know.
Ah,
Oh,
your
okay.
son suck.
Okay. Okay.
Guys, if you have a look at the bottom there, Ruan has just typed it out. Jay's blog, which is HTTPS, well, bloody hell, why did I just say that? racingislive.car.blog. Have a look at that. You'll see every week that in our reports are there. Jay, maybe we can speak to yourself and maybe Cycle Sheep or Sharks. If we can keep this segment or show the short every single week without the weekly races, maybe we can pop an Eleanor segment in here for 10-15 minutes each week as well, and then we try and shorten some of the things to keep the show within 45 minutes. Yeah, I'm throwing that out on live stream, so maybe that's something we can talk about. Pacey, what do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, not of stress,
Yeah,
definitely.
we'll consider it. Let me just
Speak to the
take
powers that
some.
be.
I will make it
Let
happen.
me speak to the detective.
I
you
will
know.
make it happen. Watch me.
No, but big ups, Jay. Thanks for joining us, brother. And I think a lot of the guys, hopefully you guys do follow Jay's blog, especially. Definitely a lot of interesting racing. And trust me, it's so insightful and so interactive that you guys will definitely enjoy it. Again, big ups, Jay, for joining us. Thank you so much, brother. And yeah, we're just hoping to see you in Pool 1 again, brother. Come on.
Much love,
Get back up
Sansak.
there.
Don't worry. Like, if someone can take out the PPC cement off my boot, I'm coming to pull one, eh?
Oh, wait. We'll do it. We'll do it.
Well done.
Yeah.
Come here,
Thanks for
Sansak.
having me, guys, eh?
100%. Yeah, so big ups, guys. Again, don't forget, follow Jay on his blog as well as on his Instagram and YouTube channel, which he is going to be setting up shortly. Jay, please, if you can, do post that in the chat box. Otherwise, send it into the GT Sport SA as well as LNR groups so that everyone can follow you, brother.
Yes, if you can just send a message with your Instagram, your Facebook name, your PSN ID, as well as your blog link. Just put that all for myself or paste in a message, and then we'll just send it through and maybe get Joshua or Steven just to send it on the group. I think actually what we can do is every week with the people we interview, we can put it through as at the end, saying this is the interview that we had, these people, and then obviously they can ask them the questions they want to and get people to know the people in private, that they're not just superstars or sunsucker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Plus it's one of the segments I plan to have, but yeah.
Beautiful.
Let's
It's
do
quite
this.
hard to like squash maybe like
Everything.
once.
No, definitely. I understand completely, Goniwe.
Yeah,
Cool.
man.
Cool, man. Do you want to give a
Thanks
final
so
shout
much.
out?
Just gonna keep it short. I'm just gonna give a special shout out to Shaun, you know, for the rig. I mean, that was really special. And shout out to Shaun, you know, my two Shauns. Three of them. So first would be Skitty, my dear teammate,
buddy?
and you know, and second would be, you know, our boot fighter for the, you know, the little rivalry we had, and then third would be our, you know, our bossman Sharks, but Eleanor, you know, for, I don't know, sort of showing me to that channel and getting me hooked on it, you know.
Nice one.
And yeah, also shout out to Josh, you know, we're gonna have our Philly race soon, so don't worry about that. You know, and finally, you know, obviously we'll get Kaylan. I'll get to you. You know, you know,
Yay.
you know us on Sunday. You know, and
We always pick it up, bro.
but yeah, for here I'm just gonna give it to, you know, Dino and Ruan for the, you know, I don't know, for getting me hooked for getting me hooked into this FIA and for making me love the GTR. I don't know how, but
Bro, we still don't love it, but good on you.
we love it. I love that car. Like, it's wild, and like I have a thing for wild cars, but the GTR was like something else, and I'm like, ooh, Dino got me into something. So,
Do it.
mad props for this push and for the chat box. It's quite, it's very interactive.
Awesome, brother. Awesome, awesome.
Awesome stuff.
Mina ngiyathanda wena kakhulu. That means I love you a lot, my brother. For the people who doesn't know.
I'll probably give you a 7 out of 10 for that one.
Yeah. Mina ngiyathanda wena. Yo.
Cool. So, guys, let's move on to.
Ya Goniwe wena hamba kaya, ne?
Ngizohamba, man.
Ah, say. Alright, guys, so thanks a lot, Goniwe, myself and Pace. We love you, bro. Thanks for that very detailed, very chilled vibes interview. It's probably our most chilled vibe interview we've had. Just beautiful having on for the people who didn't know JDub is. So yeah, guys, awesome stuff. Let's check on the daily races for this week. Try and get in the top 10s for us. Everybody get up a lot, please. So remember, please, 11 o'clock tonight, our 5 best in GTSSA versus 5 A plus North American stars this evening at 11 o'clock for the Nations race at Interlagos, GR3. Yes, sorry, the manufacturer's race. I apologize. Damn, why am I making so many mistakes? So yes, guys, that is it. And then please remember, have a look at the video. That is the setup for this and the promotional video. We're quickly going to play it to you. Then myself and Mr. Pace will quickly wrap it up. So have a look at this just to get that energy pumping. 11 o'clock tonight. Please remember to tune in. We will send the link shortly. Alright,
Awesome
guys,
stuff.
beautiful. Some behind the scenes chatter there. Not 16 PG, unfortunately. We can't share it with all of you guys, even though we love you. So yeah, basically, if you want to carry us through, just finish it up for us, my brother. And yeah.
Yeah, guys, so thanks so much for joining us tonight. Don't forget to subscribe to DeanoCantino's channel so that you can obviously catch all the chat box drama, as well as all his streams, guys. Subscribe to my channel so that you can catch all my drama as well as my fist pumping and this voice. Other than that, guys, catch us on Facebook, catch us on Twitter, catch us on Instagram. Big shout out to Line on Line Holdings for obviously holding this thing, the chat box, down. As always, great graphics and great leadership from behind the scenes that you guys don't actually hear.
Popping his deets on the chat now.
Exactly. And guys, also big shout out to SkiteeOne for the Nations Guide Lap. Follow him as well on YouTube, guys. Big shout out to Jay. Catch him on track and on his socials as well, guys. And yeah, just I want to send out a quick challenge for FIA in particular.
Yeah.
Like you guys have been saying, a lot of the SA guys have been taking part in the FIA. But there's a few names that are missing there, and I challenge all the you know who you are. If you feel this is like hitting you right here,
If they feel
make
like
sure that
defending
you-
at this moment, it's them.
exactly. Make sure you get your DR ratings up and get taking part in the FIA. But guys, we really need to get SA on the map as much as we can. So big thanks to everybody for joining. Dino, what you got to say, brother?
Thanks a lot, Mr. Pace. Much love as always. Just here from my side as well. And I think the whole of GTSSA is saying that, my brother, probably a little caught off guard here, but we love you, man. We understand the situation that you're going through. Thanks a lot for your link that you sent this morning. My house is open to yours, or to you, just for the internet, because I know you've got everything else. Your dad makes lack of food. Awesome, massive house. I was there last week. But with regards to racing and the internet issue that I believe you might be able to sort out, but until then, your ass will be racing on Thursdays and Saturdays, bro. You will not miss it.
Hope so.
I will come and get you pick your rig on my back, bring you here, and make you race next to me. So when you give me shit, you can do it while you're sitting next to me, but you will race. But the whole community is behind you, my brother, and yeah, we all love you from the bottom of our hearts. You're a champion, a true champion to all of us. Such a humble man.
100%, bro, 100%. Thanks so much, man. And don't worry, things are in motion. So I'm hoping I'm not gone too long, especially now that I'm battling GTA guys. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Woo!
Yeah, boy.
All right, boys. Thanks a lot. Ruan, Line Holdings, AM Racing, thanks a lot for running the show again in the background. Appreciate it. Promise you next week I won't make as many mistakes. All right, guys, that's all. We check you next week. Have yourself a good one. We'll be posting the link for the race this evening at 11 o'clock. We'll be posting the link in about 30 minutes or so. Do join in at 11 o'clock. 5 US versus 5 SA. Gonna be an awesome race. Thanks a lot, champions.
I need to go practice. Peace out.
Peace.